Globalization was supposed to stop wars. It made everything worse. The deal was simple. We trade with each other and nobody goes to war. That was the whole theory. Tie every goddamn country's economy to every other country's economy. And suddenly, blowing each other up becomes expensive. Seemed reasonable. It was not reasonable. Here's what actually happened. The 1980s roll around. Governments start tearing down trade barriers, shipping containers get cheaper, supply chains go global. And for about 15 years, it kind of works. Emerging economies are building factories, middle classes are growing, the world is getting wealthier, and then the bill comes due. Because here's what nobody told the auto worker in Detroit. Yes, you are getting cheaper cars, but your job is the price. That's not a conspiracy theory, that's just math. The same globalization that built China middle class hollow out America's. 2 million manufacturing jobs, poof, gone between 1999 and 2011. Economists even gave it a name, the China Shock, which is a very polite name for what it felt like in those towns. And so the backlash starts. People are furious, politicians smell blood, and instead of fixing the broken safety nets, instead of retreating programs, instead of any actual policy solution, they just start yelling about China, which, credit where it's due, China was not playing fair. Cheap bank loans to the manufacturers, subsidized land, subsidized energy, and if you wanted to set up a business inside China, you had to partner with a Chinese company first, who would then just learn everything you knew and compete directly against you, which is bold. The US trade deficit with China in 2000, $83 billion. By 2018, $418 billion. We went from this is mutually beneficial to wait, how the fuck this happened in about 20 years. And here is where it gets actually scary. Trump puts tariff on China in 2018, Biden keeps them and adds more. Trump comes back, adds more, and China restricts exports of rare earth elements, the materials US tech manufacturers literally cannot function without. Every move, counter move, every counter move, escalation. We build a global economy where we need each other, and now we are using that dependency as a weapon. And corporations are panicking. Apple starts moving production to India. Chinese manufacturers set up shop in Mexico to dodge US tariffs. Everyone is friend-shoring, which is just a corporate euphemism for we are dividing the world into teams and only trading within our team. Which is insane, because the whole point of globalization was to make teams irrelevant. We spent 40 years building one interconnected world economy, and now we are very carefully building it. And honestly, here's what actually keeps me up about this. It's not just the trade war, it's not even the jobs, it's the countries that never got their turn. The whole promise of globalization was you build your factories, grow your middle class, and catch up. Low-income countries, early-stage economies, they were supposed to be next. But if the global trade keeps fragmenting, if the supply chains keep retreating behind borders, that door closes. And the economist who knows this stuff more than I do put it bluntly. The political fallout from that outcome would make everything we've seen so far look small. We built a world that runs on interdependence, and now we are systematically dismantling the interdependence while keeping the world. That's not a trade policy, that's a fuse. The theory was economic ties prevent wars. Turns out economic ties can also start them. Who knew the thing keeping the peace was also the thing everyone decided to blow up? Full circle.